Guys, I decided to do a video on how to change the window regulator in a Kia Optima. It goes from a range of years, I'm not too sure. I just see a million long videos online, so I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. You're going to start with the door panel. There's a Phillips under here. You got to pop this little plastic cover off. Once you open this up, you could just pop it off. Then there's another Phillips here that's under a little rubber piece. You can just peel that up with your finger, take that off. Around the door panel is a bunch of clips. You can just wedge something in there. If you don't have the proper trim removal tool, like a flathead, just wrap something around it so you don't scratch your paint. Pop that off all around. Then you're gonna lift the door upwards, take it off. This has to come off before you put it back on because you won't have any room. I started with taking these clips off that hold the wire harness all around. So they're super easy. You don't need a tool either. Just squeeze them together and they come right out. So you're gonna remove all these clips. Take these rubber grommets out. Make sure they're able to come out the holes because this whole unit is gonna come out. Also take this off. This clips right into the back of the door, so 9 times out of 10 when you're trying to wiggle this off, it's going to pop off anyway. You're not really going to have to do it by hand, so don't worry about it. It's probably not going to break. So you're going to take out the wire harness. Alright, after you take out all of these little clips and these grommets, it's going to be hanging like so. Then there's a rubber cover right here. You want to take that off, and you can see where the wire holds the little bracket for the window to go up and down. So in my case, the inside of this is probably stripped out like it was on the other side. If it's not, then you can just let your window down from inside. But this has to go all the way down. See, I'm doing it by hand because it's already fucked up. This has to go all the way down till you see that little bolt right there, which is a 10mm. I got cardboard here, so it's not gonna drop down. You can use tape or you can have someone else hold it. But take that 10mm all the way out, because there's a bracket that squeezes on the window to hold it. So you're going to take that out and then take the 4 8mm out for the speaker, the 3 7mm out for the motor. Alright, this is where you guys should be at with it. Like I suspected, the inside is fucking fried. This shit is all stripped out, so that's why it's not catching. Sometimes you'll have that issue, or the wire itself will break or run off track. Here's the motor. So if you guys ever run into this problem, don't keep trying to let it up and down. You'll just hear a little grinding sound. That means your gear is getting shaved off. So I mean, we're gonna try to see if this will still work. But now you're gonna take out these 9 10mm all the way around, and then you're gonna pick this off. Alright, so when you pull this back, there's gonna be another connector right here that has to come out from the top. This will slide right through that hole. Then you have a few more connectors, plastic connectors right here. These come right off, and then you're gonna run the rest of the harness right through here. So take these off. Yeah, once you get these off, you just pull the rest of the wire harness through the back of here, through here. Okay, so This is the new one.
Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing.
You're gonna run all of this back in reverse, how you had it on the other one. If you guys really are doing this for the first time, then like I am, just take a picture so you can remember. But it's fairly simple. Then you're gonna clip these black clips into everywhere that you took it off. Run this back to where it was. On the back side, remember the clips that go on top, these little ones, so it's not dangling all over the place. Alright, so this is how we should be looking. That's back in place. 1, 2, 3 clips. The front. Clip there, clip there, clip down there. Now, I usually push this down by hand to get this hole aligned with this gap right here. Remember how you guys took out that first screw? And then I'm gonna put this in at an angle, because you see how this part sits in here. It has to sit in, then you're gonna wanna put your screw back in. All right, so now I'm back on. I just put a couple of these hand tight just to hold it in place. Now I'm gonna, you see where the window is? The bracket for the window is right there. I'm gonna move this motor up, this bracket up by hand until it's sitting flush inside of there. Should look like that. You just push it up a little bit more so you can get that bolt, that 10mm bolt that you took out. You want to put that back in there, tighten it up. I would only hand tighten. Remember, it's glass, so it doesn't need that much force, but just make it snug. Alright, so this is how it should look. I'm going to pull the window back up by hand and either stick something in it or put a piece of tape there to hold it. Once I put that back up by hand, I'll take the motor and put the motor back on. Just make sure the grooves line up. You'll feel it push in flush, and then put the bolts back into that. And you should be straight after that. You just hook everything back up how it's supposed to be, which is fairly easy. I don't think I need to show you guys that.